Okay, today's May 23rd. Welcome back. With the Academy of Higher Consciousness. So, is there anything anybody wants to talk about? Anything that is happening for you and you're dealing with it, and it's a challenge? Do we have any questions for this week?
To trust the process.
What?
To trust the process.
What?
Go with the flow. To trust
process. What?
Process. Yeah.
The process. What? Say that again.
Forget it.
No. Trust the process.
Yes.
Okay, that is a good one. Trust the process. We talk about this. That sounds good. Anything else? Anything else is coming for anybody? No?
To open up the heart even more.
Open up the heart even more.
Yeah.
Okay. For that, you need a sledgehammer, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of spanking.
Sledgehammer, you know? That happened to me one time.
A sledgehammer in the head or in the heart?
On my heart.
Okay.
I will tell you the story later on. Remind me to tell you what happened. But and it was painful, I have to say. So, but we'll get into that. So, let's go back to our grounding meditation, and we're going to be standing up. Let's stand up. Do we have anyone new here that haven't done this before? You can send me on the chat part. You can send me a message. Yeah, we can mute it during this section. So it's not bad today somehow. Okay, and I'm just going to explain this very quickly. Those of you who've been with me before, just be patient. This is a grounding meditation. So you're going to be imagining that you have roots grown into the planet of Earth, especially from your root chakra. This is where the root chakra is, and your legs, and your roots. You're a big, thick, old tree, and your roots go all the way deep into the planet. And you're so rooted that nothing can move you. So you go ahead and imagine your roots deep inside the planet Earth. And as you imagine that, then with every breath you take, you are pulling in the energy of the planet. And it's green energy that you see in the form of light. It's coming, you breathe in, and this green energy is spiraling through you, and it's coming up. And it goes through your crown chakra, and it goes in the cosmos. It goes up in the space. So you breathe in, so it's coming in a form of a spiral, and you breathe out, and it goes out. You're pulling in this green energy from your roots. Okay? So go ahead and breathe it in. Breathe it in and breathe it out. Again, you breathe it in and you breathe it out, and it goes out. You're just imagining that this energy is coming through you, and it's going through you, and it's going out in your imagination. And it's green light. And as you're breathing it in, it's healing you. It's cleansing you. Inviting, pulling in the green light from the planet. into your body, into your being, and it's spiraling and going up. Now that we got that part established, we're just gonna go up and down like you're squatting. You go gently up and down and you're making a noise. As you're pulling this energy, you're making the noise of a generator. It's generating. And it goes like gently go up and down and breathe it in. And make sure you make the noise. Generator. It's a generator generating. And it's pulling the green energy, the power of earth into your being. Now you want to increase it a bit more. Get more intense with it. Go up and down. Keep going up and down. As you have your feet attached to the ground, you're going up and down. Keep going up and down and make the noise. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Kind of settle within yourself. And put your hands on your heart. And just in this moment, just feel yourself. Feel your presence. Feel your being. And keep your attention on one point as you have your attention. Simply keep your attention on your third eye or keep your attention on your heart. And just feel. And you can even feel it with your hands. As you bring your hands close to your chest area, you can feel the presence. You can feel the energy field of yourself. And repeat after me. I love myself.
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 I love everybody.
I love everybody.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
I forgive everybody.
Because I'm love.
Because I'm love.
Because I'm light.
Because I'm light.
Because I'm God.
Because I'm God.
That's why I love myself.
That's why I love myself.
And I forgive myself.
And I forgive myself.
Attention on one point. This is not a mental thinking process to figure something out. You're simply keeping your attention on one point. You can keep your attention on your breath if you like. And you're simply here in this moment, available to what is going on. You're simply available in this moment. Outside of your story, put your story away. One more time, without your story, put your life story away. Whatever your life story is in this moment, put your story away. Put your hands on your heart and repeat after me. I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love everybody.
I love everybody.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
I forgive everybody.
I forgive everybody.
Because I'm love.
Because I'm love.
Because I'm light.
Because I'm light.
Because I'm God.
Because I'm God.
That's why I love myself.
That's why I love myself.
And I forgive myself.
And I forgive myself.
I say yes to love.
Yes to love.
Yes to love.
Yes to love.
Yes.
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 Yay! You're welcome to come back to your chairs. Come back to your center. And come back here, just to this place. I want you to hold yourself, your being, your presence. And secretly inside, tell yourself, you see your inner child, you see yourself, your being. Feel yourself, your being in your heart. And just tell yourself, I love myself. You can do the Mickey Mouse version of I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. See yourself. Just hold yourself. Put your judgments away. Sincerely asking you to put your story away. Whatever is your story. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not good enough. Whatever story that you have, I want you to put that story away right now. I don't care what you did, what you've done. It's irrelevant. Right now in this moment, you have no story. Put your story away. Come to your own center and see your inner child. See yourself. See your being. See this flower inside yourself in your heart. Visualize this light, this presence, this flower opening up. And I would like you to love this part of yourself. And repeat after me. I love myself. I love myself. And when you say that, just say it wholeheartedly and just pour love to your own self, in your own being. We'll do it again. Just bring your attention to your own center, to your own being, your spirit, your soul. And repeat after me. I love myself. I love myself.
I love myself.
Slowly, slowly come back. So there was a question by one of our members about trusting the process. And this process of returning home, awakening, coming back to the journey to the heart, which is going, originally we as kids, we are in our hearts and we live a spontaneous life. We're operating from this place of being. And then we get conditioned by our family, society, culture, and then we move to our heads and we become analytical people. And we get out of being here and now, and we're in our heads. So, and then the grace comes and reveals itself to us and calls us back home. The grace of God, the Spirit, it comes and fish you out of the samsara, out of the world, out of the illusion, calls you back home. You're not the one who chose to become spiritual. You didn't decide all of a sudden that you want God, you want freedom, you want realization, you want to come to your heart, you want union with divine or freedom, whatever words you want to call it. For most of you, most of us, something traumatic has happened that has brought us on this path. Whether we lost in love, we lost somebody we love, something physically happened to us, we got sick or dismembered, or we're going through some disability, or we lost our assets. Something traumatic has happened. Maybe over time, we've been abused physically, sexually, and we have come on this path of awakening. We have become seekers. We're seeking for answers to question. We're trying to find answers of the meaning of our lives. Why are we here? What am I doing on this planet? Where am I going to? And the ordinary answers of religion or our society, the priest, or the books, things we read or we hear from our elders are not satisfactory. We're not satisfied with the ordinary world and the masses that they believe that life is about accumulating more wealth. And okay, you know, I grow up and I go to college, I get a degree, then I get married and I have a couple kids, and then I accumulate more wealth and I buy more homes, and it's all about your job and it's about security for future and blah, 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 blah. And we have come to this that we see that part. It's an aspect of our lives, but we realize that that's not enough. That's not the only thing. There is more than that. Something has whispered in our hearts. Something is calling us home. And some of us may not know what that is, but it's calling us. And then we are brought on this path, on this road. And this road, it's not always easy on the path of awakening. A lot of times we get our butts kicked really hard on this path. And there are times that you feel like you're going, it's like going uphill on this mountain of awakening. And you're going through this process, and it's got ups and downs and ups and downs and round and round. And there are times in your spiritual process, your spiritual awakening, it feels like nothing is happening. And there are times that you feel like you go through periods or patches of time that nothing is going on. You're pulled back into the world and you've become worldly again. And, you know, a few years go by and you may say that, oh my God, Zarathustra, I used to be so spiritual and I used to do meditation and I had a guru and I was working on myself and I would just go sit with different teachers. I was practicing and I don't know what happened, and I got pulled out of it, and now I'm drinking a lot, or I'm smoking, or I fell in love with some guy and he wasn't into these things, and I followed him and I got pulled out of it. And then I had 2 kids, and then I didn't have time to get back into it. Whatever is the story that you feel like you deviated, you got out of the path, and then you're back on the path. Well, it appears to be that way. It looks like you got out of the path. You never get out of the path. You're always on the path, even though it doesn't seem like it. Because you need to understand one thing. The real guru, your master, your Sat Guru, is really within yourself. It's inside you. It's here. The real guru is within. But you don't understand the language of it. You don't know how to communicate with your real guru, which is within yourself. So then your guru needs to appear in the outside world and speak to you in the language you understand to guide you home. So, but the guru is within, and it's always taking you. We're always being taken home. And it's a part of this process that there are periods of time that it seems like you're out of it. This has happened to me a couple of times that I've had, like once I remember from maybe, I would say sometimes from maybe a period of 10 years that I thought I was out of it, and I wasn't really doing this kind of work anymore, and I wasn't interested in reading spiritual books or seeing teachers. I had no patience for any of it. But looks like it, I was brought back into it again, and very strongly. And now I understand that that was a part of the process. By exiting out of this highway, this freeway, and that exit was a part of the process. And I needed to be more focused on the world and worldly things to learn what I had to learn, and then go through a certain part of my education. And now I understand that everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. God is in everything. The Spirit is in everything. Nothing is unspiritual when you begin to see, and your third eye opens up, the all-seeing eye opens up, and you start to see, and you see the Spirit, God, that in everything and everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in everything. And we're all taken care of in this process. We don't understand the reasons. There's no rhyme or reason to it. We try to make things understandable. We try to make sense out of things. So in our mind, we can somehow put it in its compartment, and it's here, it's here, it's here, and it's like this and like that. So maybe I can manipulate it by understanding it and categorizing it. Maybe I can manipulate this. But this is beyond yours and my understanding. It's greater. It's way beyond anyone's understanding. You can't figure it out. So the best is not to try to figure this out. The way is to trust it. You trust it, and you just stay in your center. That which understands the intelligence that runs the show in this universe is taking you, is leading you, is carrying you home. We're being carried home. Step by step by step, we're being carried home. We're being led. And what are we being led to? We're being led to ourselves. You're being led to God. But where is God? God is here. Again, I have said this before. When I say God, and I know a lot of people have problems with that word, I'm not talking about an old man with white hair and a long beard with a stick in his hand that every time you think about sex, he's going to beat you up. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm talking about Her Majesty, the Supreme Soul that has no judgment, and it's not forbidding you from having sex or not having sex or anything. It's in everything, and it's always here. It's in your own heart, and when you become quiet, when we become quiet, we settle down, we mellow down, like what we did today, what we do here, is we sink inside our own hearts, we come here, and then we begin to feel the presence, this being, this majestic being, which is here, always, always here. The mind quiets down, the mind starts to surrender, the mind starts to fall into the heart. The mind surrenders to the heart. These are ways of saying things. I'm only using different words to point out at something which doesn't have any names or you cannot explain it with words. The mind surrenders to the process, to the heart. And you just trust. You trust that your guru is within you. It's inside you. And it's taking you home. It's bringing you back gently, slowly, step by step to yourself, to realizing who you really are. Your true identity is being revealed to you. So you realize yourself. You realize your own greatness. You realize that who you really are, the shine, the light, the love, which is here within yourself, which can never be taken away from you. It cannot be tampered with. It cannot be lost. It cannot be manipulated. It's always here, always. You just mellow down and you settle into it. That's it. It's very simple. It's very, very simple, yet in some ways, it's very difficult for those of you who intellectually trying to understand it. You're trying to analyze it. You're trying to figure it out. So Zarathustra, how long if I do these third eye meditation, how long is it gonna take me for my third eye to open up? If I do this heart chakra opening DVD you have, how long would it take for my heart to open up? See, this is an analytical mind. It wants to understand something that cannot understand. Give me a time. Okay, it will take you 35 days and 4 hours and 32 seconds. Write it down right now. If you start practicing, it's going to take you that long. Or 35 years. How about that? Oh, change the days to years. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll go back to 35. Because if I say 35 years, I'm going to lose you. You're not going to come back. You're going to find someone else. How about 35 minutes? It's here already. You're in it. You can be assured you already have it. It's already here. My teacher used to tell me this, and I fell in love with this man. I couldn't understand a lot of the things he was saying because I was a baby when I came across this enlightened master. But I loved him so much. There was so much love for him that it was like, how can I not trust him? If I just love this guy so much that I want to hug him and hold him. He was 82 years old and he would turn into this really young baby. He would turn into this 5-year-old. And you wanted to go and grab him and kiss him and hug him and hold him in his hand and do whatever. Just tell me to do something for you. Let me massage your feet. Let me wash your clothes. Let me drive you around. Let me sweep the floor for you. Let me do something for you. Whatever. And how can I not trust him? Which I love him so much. And he kept telling me the same thing. It's already within yourself, Zarathustra. You already have it. It's here. So back to what you asked, Turil, we trust the process and you just roll with it. You keep going with it. It takes you. You trust that no matter what happens, okay? No matter what happens, even you go into a binge. Let's say for 2-3 years you became an alcoholic. I'm not talking about you, Turil. I'm just saying in general. And you're just binging, drinking, partying, and you got out of the path. You trust that you're taken care of. You trust that that is a part of the path. No matter whichever direction you go, no matter what you do, you are on the path. And your guru is with you. And you're being taken home. You trust that. I'm using an extreme example. But you just trust that. You don't doubt it. And look where you landed. Look where we are together. You want to ask yourself this question, examine it, it's very simple. Examination is something I recommend. I recommend that you always examine things and question things, including me. Don't believe anything I tell you. And find out for yourself. Question it, examine it, and let this be your own finding, because that's what I like you to do. I want you to find this for yourself. Okay? Then just be a blind follower. And that is that simply examine for yourself. Does this feel good? Does this feel good, us being together? Is this resonating with you? My words, this teaching, this sharing, and the meditation, does it resonate with your heart? Is there a big yes or no? And you just stay with that. Okay? You stay with that. If it's a big yes, it feels right. I don't understand everything Zarathustra says, but it feels right. It feels good. It calms me down. It brings me to my center. Then stay there. Stay in your center. Stay in this place. What does it mean, stay in your heart? You know, I heard this so much. It means you get out of this thinking place, trying to figure things out with your thinking mind, and you just come over here. And you're simply practicing being. Not being this, not being that, not trying to get to that place or to this place. Simply being here, right now. As simple as that. Does it cost you money to be here right now? Do you have to lose weight? Do you need to change your diet? Do you have to change your hairstyle? Do you have to shave and put a mala and put a maroon rope on you to be here now? Do you need to go to Tibet, sit in a cave, in a monastery, and meditate all day long? You have to change your name, your nationality. Is it asking you to give up your partner? You have to renounce your friends. Do you have to give up your smoking habit? Or if you like to drink, or if you like to watch horror movies, and that's your thing, you love watching horror movies. Or I don't know, you got whatever thing you have, whatever's your thing, we all have, I have my own thing. We all have our own thing. You don't need to change anything to be here or add anything. You're simply present in this moment, right now, here, available, and trusting. Trusting that the same force, the same spirit that has brought you to here, to this point, is the same source which is transmitting this teaching, this wisdom to you. You trust that. And you stay with it. And everything else will come together, will fall into places. And sometimes fall apart. Things fall apart in life. Nobody said that this life is going to be all peaches and cream. Things fall apart. That's a part of it too. Sometimes you worked very, very hard to put something together, and in the last moment, it falls apart. Sometimes you finally met the love of your life. You know, you finally met your soulmate, only to find out that your soulmate got liver cancer, and 3 months after, he dies or she dies. This happened to a friend of mine who was telling me. He was deeply in love with this woman. He was married, she was married, they always loved each other. 30 years after, finally, you know, they went through stages of their partners living in different places in the world, and finally at the end, they were both single, they were both living in Sedona, Arizona, they were both spiritually mature, and they came together, only to find out that 3 months after they were together, she died from cancer, suddenly. And sometimes that happens. That's life. That doesn't mean that you finally got that thing you wanted. It's going to be there all the time. Life has its things. It happened to me 2 weeks ago with a friend of mine that I was so excited to see. I was so excited to be with. I finally came back from Scandinavia. And finally, we're going to spend some time together. I was so excited about this brother of mine, only to find out that the day I arrived, he passed. I went to his memorial. It was on Sunday. And they invited me, his wife invited me to be there and to give a speech and a talk. And yeah, I mean, life plays these kind of things. And I don't sit down and make any stories about it, that life is cruel and why it's happening to me and why me or whatever. That's life. And a lot of other things happen too. It's continuously going forward. It's an ongoing phenomena, ongoing revelation. And you just roll with it. And you stay in your heart. You stay in this place. Because you have found what you're looking for right now, right here, without any requirements. I have no requirements for you. I want you to come to me as you are. And that's it. I'm not asking any of my students to change their hairstyle, to dress a certain way, to wear a mala, to da-da-da-da-da-da. None of those things. Just simply be yourself. But be here. Be in your heart. And be present with life. Anybody has any other questions? What time is it? Let's see what's 11:05. We have 25 minutes. Nothing. How are you, Trisha? Trisha, am I calling your name right? I'm going to unmute you. How are you, my dear?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Actually, I have a question, but it's a long one.
Okay. Go for it.
Well, today I was like at a meeting and I'm gonna start working for the first time in 5 years. And I'm gonna be working like many hours. And I'm very excited about it. And it's like, it's about time because I'm doing so much better now. But I'm just so afraid that I will get caught up in this treadmill of success again, the way I did 5 years ago. And
Okay.
so I just don't want to hold myself back because of my past, but I need to find a balance between like being afraid of doing the wrong thing and just accepting the situation. I like trusting myself that I'm capable, I think.
Right. Okay. So that would not happen again. The being caught into this illusion. You don't need to worry about that. And the reason that will not happen again is because you have the awareness now. You have the ability to see. You have this awareness that you said, I am concerned that I may get caught into this treadmill thing, correct? Of now I'm chasing the illusion and whatever that is, success, money, whatever, fame, whatever that is, and I'm just going to be lost and running after that. That would never happen because you have the ability to see yourself now. You are observing yourself. So that cannot happen anymore.
That's nice to know.
Yeah. And if you even momentarily lose yourself into it, your Sat Guru, your inner guru will bring you out because you're guided. Come back to this place of knowing that you're guided. How did you come to this teaching? How did you come to this information? Who brought you to this?
I did.
You did? And you found out about it, right? How did you find out about it?
I signed up for your newsletter.
Right. 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 So you met me at the Mesa or on Facebook or something like that. And somehow something brought you to this, and then you found out about the academy, correct?
Yeah.
And now you're here. And now this is helping you. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps you to be more calm, take you out of worriness and anxiety, and it's helping you to center yourself.
Yeah.
Right. So something brought you here. Something led you to this information.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that same thing, you can trust the force. You can trust what led you to here. Something brought you to me. Something whispered in your heart, go to the Mesa, go to the Mesa, right? That's where you met me first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you signed up and you became a part, you went into the mailing list.
Yeah.
right? And then you get a lot of mail every day. But this one, you opened up and you looked at it. We
Yeah.
all get a lot of junk mail, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't look at all of them.
No.
We get offers for yoga classes, offers to go into a workshop to learn how to lose weight or to do a cleanse, or offers of going to whatever it is. There's a lot of stuff comes. Hotel.com, travel, blah, 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 take vacation, you know, you get a lot of mail. But this one, you kind of something whispered in your heart that click on this, open this up.
Yeah.
And then you open it. And then it just resonated with your heart. And then you went further. And then something said, join the academy. Just check it out. Just go there and see what's going on. And it's leading you. You want to trust that. Trust that inner voice that is leading you to the right place. And that same force has brought you to this job, this work, which is pays very well, and it can be very good for you. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe you do it, maybe you don't do it. Whatever happens, it's fine. But that same force, that same spirit has brought you to this situation.
Yeah.
So you just trust the process. You just go with the process.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't worry about it. You just do it, and you just stay aware. You keep coming to the academy, and you stay in the center. You go in the world, because that's entering into the world. You're going to the fast lane of this work and everything and da. But this time is different, because this time you have the know-how, you have the awareness, which you didn't have last time. You have the guiding, that you stay in meditative place, yet you're in the matrix. You go into the matrix, you go into the world of fast-paced working, but this is going to be your training, because being in a meditative place is very easy if I'm in the mountains or I'm in the nature away from the chaos. And I'm very centered and quiet and But what about when I'm in the middle of the chaos? Can I still be in my heart? Can I be still a master? Can I still be in meditation? Can I do that? That's the challenge. So you turn the poison to medicine by looking at it that you're going into a training field to practice your meditation in the middle of the chaos.
Great advice.
Yeah. Right. There's another question. Okay, what does it mean when you say we have to surrender from the mind to the heart? Is it that I don't have to figure things out, but I have to do things in order to accept my social connections? Okay. What does it mean? You surrender from the mind to the heart. The mind wants to know things. The intellectual mind wants to figure things out. For example, right now, we have an example of it. The mind is going to go into wants to know what's going to happen. What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen next week? What if I do this or I do that? We all do this thinking process in our lives. I do that every day. When I want to plan doing something, I want to come back to Scandinavia, for example, I'm just using myself, or I'm doing a series of workshops here in California, I need to sit down and map things out. Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. How much is this going to cost? How much that's going to be? What do I need to do for this? What do I need to do for that? I need to figure these things out. I can't just go ahead and schedule a tour in Scandinavia without calculating the numbers, without calculating the personnel and the help, without figuring out what time of the year I'm going to do it. Because you don't do your homework correctly, it can turn into a disaster. You don't go on a tour to Scandinavia in the middle of Easter or in the middle of Christmas when everyone's on a vacation. So you have to use your working mind to put things together. That's the working mind. But do I think about how would my tour go? Would it be successful? I do. What can I do to make it successful? I think of that too. And I'll do the best I can to make it successful. But is it going to be successful? That's a different story. How much can I control? Let's say I put everything, all my ducks together. I'm going on this 1.5 month tour, and I'm using an example. I'm going to go to Norway, and then I go from Norway to Sweden, and from Sweden I go to Denmark, and then I go to Poland. And of course, you're going to do the best you can to make everything right. But how much am I in control of any of it? Pretty much none. Zero. Anything can happen at any moment. Anything can happen. My plane can crash and I can die. I can arrive in a city and there could be a natural disaster. I can arrive at one of my events and maybe one of my organizers died. God forbid. I'm using extreme examples, okay? Maybe there was a car accident. Maybe there was a terrorist attack. Maybe, I don't know. Anything can happen at any moment. And everything can change completely. I accept that risk. I accept that possibility. That's a part of life. That's part of the unknown. And that's what makes it also exciting. If I knew everything, then it loses its fun. It's not exciting. If I meet the woman of my dreams, the partner of my dreams, and I know everything about her, it's not, then where is the excitement? The whole thing is about the fact that I don't know anything about her and I'm going to discover this person. If you knew your entire future, yeah, there are times in our lives that we say, I wish I knew what was going to happen. Yes, with the stock market, that's one part that would be great. You know, if I knew which direction stock market is going to go next week, I'll go borrow a lot of money from everybody and put it in those stocks, and I'll be a millionaire very quickly. But do I want to know a lot of other things? you think it's going to bring me joy, or it could just make me very miserable if I knew him? I think I'll stick to this part. I prefer not to know and let life to reveal itself to me. Yeah, I mean, there are times like my mother is 90 years old. I try to spend as much time as I can with her. I went and was with her last night after working here for hours and hours, and I was super exhausted. I was kind of shaking when I was driving my car because I was so tired and so delirious. But I wanted to go see my mom. And it was like, I don't know if there will be another day. And so what? I'm tired and I'm exhausted and I'm shaking. I'm going to see her. So yeah, in a way, would it help if I knew the day she's going to leave? She's going to check out? So maybe if I know that, then I spend more time with her. Okay, if I know she's going to die in 2 weeks, then I'll spend every day with her. Or if I know she's going to die in 5 years, maybe I stop going seeing her because, oh, she's going to live for another 5 years. Well, I'll go see her next week. I don't know really, if I would want to know events of the future and trying to figure out how things are going to be. I prefer to stay in this place. I'm okay with it. And leave things in the hands of that which is governing the universe, that which is running the show, and trusting that. That's my preferences. But does it matter? I mean, let's say no, I prefer to know. It won't make any difference because I don't. It's not even an option. Sometimes you may have an option between this and that. There's no option. You don't know the future. So what do you want to do? Sit down here and worry and worry and worry and worry and try to figure it out. What if that happened? And what? All you do is you drive yourself crazy. It's easier to just stay here in your heart and let the boss, the big kahuna, the mother, the grandmother, let her take care of business. She knows what's going on. That's her job. She's been doing it ever since. I prefer leaving things in her hands. Obviously, she knows what she's doing because she has brought billions and billions of human beings to this planet, and she has exited them out of the planet. So she knows what's up. She's been doing it for a while. She's experienced. Anything else? We have a few more moments left with each other. Anything anybody likes to share? Who's new here? Anyone's new here? Do we have any new people? Yeah? Hi? Connie? Where? Hi, Connie. Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Where are you from?
I'm from Norway, Bergen.
Okay, Bergen. I've been in Bergen a few times.
I know. I had an offer to have 10 minutes with you. I think it was the first time you were here on the Massa.
Okay.
But I couldn't afford you. So I was just walking around. I was alone on the place, and I was just keeping the energy around there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I think you say grandma, she knows the way.
Yeah.
But I'm a mother of 5.
Okay.
And as a mom, you try to learn your children how to do things. So I'm very of that we are love, light, energy. That we all are love, light, energy. And what we give our energy focus to, that we create. Because my ex, I focus everything that I didn't want with a boyfriend or husband, and I got everything that I didn't want, that I asked for or I focus on,
Right.
and not what I wanted.
Okay.
So I think we can create with what we give our energy focus to.
Are you
Yeah.
asking me or you're telling me?
No, I think that we can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, welcome to the Academy. We
Thank
can
you.
talk about this next week. And
Yeah.
come back and visit us again.
I will try my best.
Okay. Nice seeing you.
Oh, hi. Yes, I'm new. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Lori.
Hi.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, I was just introducing myself that I'm new. This is my first time in the group. And well, I saw you on Facebook through Gail's. I guess that's how I found you. And yeah, I watched your videos yesterday and just really, a lot of it really resonated with me. And so I'm here.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice to have you with us. Where are you from the US?
Yes, I'm from the US. I am in Michigan.
Well, wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
I'm very happy that you joined us, and feel free to join us anytime your heart desires.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for reaching out.
Yes, I'm glad I'm here.
So, you all can write your questions to us. We do have a Facebook group that you can write on that and communicate with each other, as well as you can write your questions to us directly if you want it to be confidential and you don't want your identity to be revealed. info@fifthdimensionalhealing.com. As well as last few moments we have together, I'd like to share with you of a few upcoming events. As most of you know about it, that I don't know if we have anyone from California or Southern California here, that I do have a group healing event tomorrow in Irvine, California. And that's the first time I'm doing something there. And then the following, not this weekend, the weekend after, I'm offering the Fifth Dimensional Quantum Healing and Awareness Training Program in Los Angeles, level 1 and level 2. So, and if your heart desires, feel free to join us. We do have early bird registration spaces available. We're on for Ore. For those of you who are in Scandinavia, we still have some rooms. That actually, our rooms are the double double occupancy rooms available in Ore. And if you can afford it, you can take the time and join us. I highly recommend that because we are doing level 1 to level 4. You can do level 1 and 2, and then we have a day off in the middle, then we do level 3 and 4. And or you can do all 4 levels. And it is very, very transformative. It's a very powerful event. If you could be a part of it, I highly recommend it, and don't postpone it to another time. We had this retreat last year, and many people went through major transformation. And it's mainly because I can have you to myself for 10 days. And what happens is we create this container of energy field, of a very high vibrational energy field, and keeping you in that container for that many days in the high mountains of Sweden, very high vibrational place, and helping you to really find this place inside yourself to bring you into your inner center. Because it's the training program is not only aimed at learning healing techniques. We learn tremendous amount of valuable modalities of healing, which is very, very valuable, and it's very advanced type of healing, and it's very quick. Everybody will just be on the same page very quickly and learn a lot of amazing things. However, the main and the foundation of this training program is to help you find this place and to be here and operate from this place. Operate from your heart. Operate from a place of love. Finding that love, inner peace is always here within yourself. And once you discover the space, then healing will happen from this place. Because there is no technology or healing modality that can surpass love. Love is the ultimate healer. The power of love is that which this entire existence is based on. It's the very fabric of our existence. It's the power of love. And I'm not referring to romantic love. I'm not talking about human love, which is a contract. I'm speaking about the heart. This, being here in this place. Our own space of natural state of being. This place of complete oneness with the Supreme Being. And we learn that, which is the most valuable lesson of our lives, the most valuable lesson of our lives, of discovering this place within ourselves. And from here, when we learn the healing modalities, then it's supreme, and it's way more powerful and effective than any healing modality ever existed on this planet, because your action, your thoughts, and your speech are coming from this place, from a unified field of oneness, from a pure space of love. And this heart chakra will open and it blast love at anything that you touch. And anything that comes in contact with your heart chakra, when you're in your own center, will immediately transform. It cannot resist that. There is no darkness, no army, no government, no organization, nothing, no force in the entire existence that can resist the power of love. And that power is yours. You are the source of that power. Right now, in this very moment, as you are. Even though if you may not feel it, even though if you may think that you're not worthy of it, you haven't done the work or whatever, but that is not true. You are the very source of it. And that's what my mission is, to show you that that's who you are. And once we come to that place, everything else, it happens automatically. Healing happens immediately and unconditionally. So this is what we're going to learn in Ore. And for that, it's good that this healing training course is 10 days and 9 nights. Some of you are only doing level 1 and 2, the first 5 days, and some of you doing 3 and 4, and most people are going to be there the entire time. And that gives me a chance to really work with you and take you to this place. So we still have a few rooms available. If you're interested, either contact Pia, who's here with us, or write to us at info@fifthdimensionalhealing.com, or my website, Zarathustra.tv, and we'll be more than happy to help you. I know there are some questions, but we're running out of time.
Just comments.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Save the chat. You can read it later.
Yeah, I will read your comments later. Thank you very much, and I'll respond to it. And next Tuesday, we're doing the Academy at the same time. The following Tuesday, I would have to change the Academy's time to another date because it's going to be during my healing training course, but we will make an announcement. But next Tuesday, May 30th, we will have the Academy same time. I look forward to seeing you all. And God bless you. Stay in your heart. Stay in your power. And look forward to seeing you again.